the agenda items. Is there anything to add or delete from the agenda?
No, sir. Just like to make a few comments about the committee.
Okay.
Kate Jackson has decided to step down. She has taken some responsibilities in Panama City with another organization and said she wouldn't be able to fulfill her commitment here, so she gave me her resignation letter shortly before the end of the year. And then Chief Talbert will be leaving us before the next meeting, and his replacement will be Ryan Crawford. So.
That is correct. My retirement date is March 1st. It's been a pleasure to serve the board and be part of the Destination Improvement Committee. I thank each and every one of you for your work, and I'll continue to support that as a community member. I'll reside here in the community, and our new fire chief, who will become the new fire chief effective March 1st, is operations chief, or that will be Fire Chief Ryan Crawford, who's in the audience here. So he will take this spot for the fire district. So again, thank you for everybody's help and support. It's been great.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. Any other items, Brian?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. We'll move on to our minutes, and I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes unless anybody has any comments.
I move to approve.
I second it.
We have a second for discussion. Actually, I have a comment. Under council comment, I know I asked about Brian had provided us an update about the build at Amalfi for the beach access there and restroom and equipment storage. And you said restrooms were planned for this site. I know that I had asked to see if there was going to be any kind of accommodation made for us to be able to store some of our beach safety equipment.
We're working on that with our engineer.
Okay.
We've had a process where we've already applied with FDEP. But I've asked him to go back and look and see what we can carve out some room to make either a larger area where the plumbing is that could be included as a storage room, and he's doing that.
Okay, thank you. It's vitally important because
we're also looking at
equipment.
Other locations where we're doing renovations to do just that for your need and for our need.
Perfect. Thank you. Any other questions or comments regarding our minutes? We had a motion, we had a second. Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Likewise say sign. Nays. Motion carries. Minutes are approved. We'll move to new business.
We didn't have any submissions from the committee and or any from outside. There was a few that were sent in, but after review of them, we determined that they probably weren't appropriate for this committee to review, and we instructed those people on how to get them reviewed by the appropriate committees.
Very well. Thank you. Anything from the committee under new business? Okay, moving on. Old business. We have on the agenda, we have Pilcher Park, Bay Grove Park, Kellogg property, Mayor Lou.
I just would like an update on all three, please.
Yeah, okay, so Pilcher Park and Kellogg Park suffered damage from Hurricane Michael. We have started the FEMA process, so they have taken our submission, written submission. They have scheduled people to come out and look at them. They've done one review of the areas, and we're still waiting to hear back what they will accept as appropriate damages, and if our cost is equal to the damages, and we'll go from there. Now, I've already figured that it's going to take a while to do. If it's going to take too long, Kellogg may get done with some of our own funds, and then we'll just take the reimbursement when it gets back. Pilcher Park, we may have to wait. We have it opened back up for use, except for the west side. Bay Grove Park, Public Works is, of course, handling that. Because I'm in the county commission meetings, they did let the contract for the seawall and the boat ramps. And so I think you've noticed that some of the seawall material has been put out there. And so they'll be starting on what's called phase 1 of that. They're still working on phase 2 permitting. Phase 2 includes the little small point out there.
Okay.
It apparently had some special considerations with U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay.
Phase 1 is the boat basin and the boat ramps and the items associated with that side of the park. And so you, like I say, obviously the contractor put the material out there. I would expect that you'll see some activity out there pretty soon.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Brian, and thank you, Mary Lou, for staying on top of that.
You bet.
Anything else under old business?
Just a quick question. Do we have any additional information on the turtle-friendly flashlights?
There we go. Okay. So the turtle-friendly flashlights, is this thing on? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So for the turtle-friendly flashlights, I got with Sharon on that, and we are in the process of getting samples of those so we can send them off to be evaluated. She found a lab that can evaluate and make sure that the spectrum and the
Okay.
color is appropriate. So we're working on that.
Perfect. Thank
So
you.
once we get that done and make sure that it is the right color temperature and that doesn't affect turtles, then we can move forward. And if that isn't appropriate, then we'll look for an alternative.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
Thanks.
just while I'm up here, I just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. And I've enjoyed working with you over the past few
Likewise.
years that I've been here. And I think we have a great relationship with South Walton Fire District. And I'm looking forward to working with your successor, soon-to-be Chief Crawford.
Thank you.
So anyway, just wanted to wish you well in your retirement.
I appreciate that. Feelings mutual. I enjoy the relationship that we have with the TDC staff, all of the staff. You guys have been great and kind to us, and for the committee's benefit, I think it's probably appropriate to tell you we're really proud. We were able to get an agreement with the county, with County Commission for our beach safety program, our lifeguards. We have a new agreement that will run for the next 3 years, right?
Yep.
And it includes year-round lifeguards.
Great.
So we're very, very proud of that. We know that, and as everybody on this committee knows, we're a year-round destination. We have kiteboarders, surfers, everything else out there, reefs, and we will have a small cadre of guards on those beaches year-round now. It just makes it even more safe and secure here. Continues to do what you guys do, keeping it a world-class destination.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that.
It's a great partnership.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Thank
Jay. Anything else under old business? How about under project update?
Yes. Glad to announce that at our last BCC meeting, we got approval to award the contracts for 10 of our existing neighborhood beach accesses for the renovation projects. That is what have been called the facelift, new deck boards, new handrails, and structure as required, realignment in some cases to get them back on our property. Those 10 boardwalks are in the Seagrove and Seacrest area. So it's east of 395 in the immediate Seagrove area, and then going on around over there in Seacrest, the Gulf Lake Estates, Seacrest, Seabreeze, and then we'll have another couple of rounds of those existing boardwalks that have completed their permitting phase here in the near future. Our Dune Allen Regional Beach Access, we got in the key construction proposals for those, and we'll take that to the next BCC meeting for approval. Came in a little bit higher than what we expected initially, but given the circumstances we have right now in our region with people that build that type of construction, everybody, I mean, it's a builder's market. So anyway, I think we won't have any trouble getting it approved. And so we'll hopefully see some construction starting out there pretty soon.
Which
And
Dune Allen access is that?
That's the one right across from Stinky's.
Right, gotcha.
And Jay and I have been conversing about going ahead and getting cranked back up on the right-of-way parking in between those two beach accesses, Fort Panic and Regional, or Dune Allen. We started on some conceptual designs. Once we got those completed, we decided that we could do more. And so we'll be seeking approval from BCC on adding to that conceptual design and getting approval to do design and permit. And that would put right-of-way parking on both sides of the road in between the new beach access and Fort Panic. And basically be a model of what we think we can do at other regional beach accesses. to add parking, improve right-of-way, beautify the area. And most of the ideas that were being added to it were taken out of this committee.
Will that parking, or is that something that's already in work? I know you described before from Fort Panic going east towards East Oyster Lake.
That would be our next phase once we get this one done.
Gotcha.
And that would be mainly a effort to stop what we consider illegal and unsafe parking. Because of the number of driveway cuts,
Right.
when you start adding in sight triangles and all that, it starts to limit,
Yeah, it's dangerous.
how many parking places you can put in. Put in a few, but mainly what it'll do is keep people from parking in those little small grassy areas.
Right.
And that was really one of our goals with improving
Right.
right-of-way parking. It wasn't just to create parking, but also to stop illegal parking.
Okay.
And then our Amalfi Coast, Miramar Beach, Regional Beach Access, 30 to 45% done with the design. The Seagrove Regional Beach Access, we're in the initial phases. Our next step is our wetland mitigation process. And so our engineer is working on the plans to submit to the people that review that. And we'll be moving forward with its final design or design and permitting. We don't expect to get it done so that gets under construction. It may get started late this year, but we knew this design and permit effort would take at least a year. So Amalfi Coast, we'll hope to get started definitely sometime later this year.
Awesome.
That's
What
about
else,
it all I
Brian?
have on projects.
That's it?
Mhm.
It's a lot. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you staying on top of it, Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update. Anything else under project updates? If not, comments from the council?
I had a question for Patrick. Are
Yes.
people using diver down flags when they snorkel out to the artificial reef?
They are supposed to, in fact, my entire staff, when they pull, if they come into the park,
Right,
we tell them that it is a requirement by state law.
because you can't find a diver down flag in either county.
Well,
I mean, they're
John
completely
Farmer at Yellowfin's,
Yes.
the small little shack he has in the back of the general store, he was keeping a bunch of them in stock, and now he's having trouble keeping them in stock.
Right, because Walmart's out,
But,
all the dive shops in Destin, nobody has diver down flags, and I've been looking for a month.
Yeah, no, and that's the same thing I've been hearing,
Right.
other than when John ran out, even he's now, I don't know what it is, but they're all having trouble, it seems like, getting them.
Yes,
So,
that's why I'm asking,
but yeah, we encourage the people that they must have that,
and it
So-
isn't required.
yeah. yeah.
Okay, who tickets for that?
Well, it'd be an FWC, thing,
Okay,
so,
thank you.
you're welcome.
I knew you'd have that answer.
Thank you, Mary Lou. Any other comments from the council? Public comment? Anyone? Well, with that,
Wow,
that's it.
That's it.
I will, we don't even need a motion to adjourn the meeting, right?
must be
You can
well.
just say adjourned.
Our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you for your service, sir.